On this episode of Find Love or Die Trying. Ah! Hey there, Swoon. Care for a glass or five? Sure. I'd love a glass. Now that's what I'm talking about. Cat filled her glass to the brim and down it at one go. My God, Cat. She laughed and lightly jabbed me. I felt like I was finally getting to see her real smile. Cat started chugging down the bottle. Bruh, she's like so unhappy that I kissed Allie. She's so mad. Sorry, Swoon, I didn't mean that. No, it's okay, Cat. No worries. Are you okay? You sound kind of drunk. I'm fucking sloshed. It's great. This is the best way to spend the evening. Especially when you see ratings as high as they were. That kiss on the boat, boy. You burned our ratings. You burned my heart. Like I'm gonna burn you. And now, on to the show. I was feeling a bit restless after today's date to wait in my room, so I went downstairs to relax. Looks like someone had the same idea I did. Cat was relaxing on the sofa with a bottle of red wine in hand. Bro, I wish I wasn't sick. I would totally have some wine. Hey there, Swoon. Care for a glass or five? Sure. I'd love a glass. Now that's what I'm talking about. She handed me a glass and poured until it was full. Oh, maybe a little too much. What's life without a few risks? Long. It's true. Much like your remaining lifespan. Cat filled her glass to the brim and down it at one go. My God, Cat. She laughed and lightly jabbed me. I felt like I was finally getting to see her real smile. Cat started chugging down the bottle. Bruh, she's like so unhappy that I kissed Allie. She's so mad. You okay? I work on a TV show that kills innocent people for shits and giggles. How do you think I could be? Okay, that's a different interpretation. I guess that's right. That's true. That's fair. That's very fair. You might want to stop drinking that. You're more of a buzzkill than Damien, and I don't even know how that's possible. He's killed people with buzzsaws. Sorry, Swoon. I didn't mean that. No, it's okay, Cat. No worries. Are you okay? You sound kind of drunk. I'm fucking sloshed. It's great. This is the best way to spend the evening. Especially when you see ratings as high as they were. That kiss on the boat, boy. You burned our ratings. You burned my heart. Like I'm gonna burn you. I mean, now that you mention it, how did you end up working here anyway? Oh, you know, the old career fair down the block. She laid down on the sofa. If you're here for the daily interview where I ask you about your day, I already have enough footage for today. As strange as it might sound, Cat, I'm here because I'm worried about you. And why is that? People who chug a whole bottle of wine in one night usually aren't in the best place. I don't know anything about that. Definitely don't know anything about that. If you knew some of the things I had done to survive, you wouldn't be trying to comfort me. From what it sounds like, no one really has any choice. You just focus on being a ratings magnet on your days, so I'll be fine. Thanks, Swoon. If you don't mind, I like to be alone. Alright, good night, Cat. Don't stay up too late. Great, the walking corpse is giving me advice how to live now. Do I really look that bad right now? Good night, Cat. I hurried along. Now hold on, just well, if only I could escape this island as easy as I could from a very, very drunk cat. Wait a minute. If Kat's drunk, then who's making sure today's episode is good? Something tells me I'm not going to sleep very well tonight. The two of us were lying down in a grassy field watching the world pass by. Where would you want to go when we're out of here? The countryside. It seems like it'd be the only place nowadays that you can get some peace and quiet. That does sound nice. Would you come with me? I know it's not for everybody, and it's missing a lot of the... You don't even have to ask, love. Of course I'm coming with you. We're a team, right? We're a team. She moved closer. I held her tight in my arms. Mom would have loved you. I wish you would have had a chance to meet her. I know. I'll make sure our kid gets a chance to meet theirs, though. Get our eggs combined. You'll carry it, right? I don't want to carry a child. Is that okay? Her face turned bright red. What? You don't want to carry it? We could have a surrogate, I guess. So say that after we're actually engaged. It's cute how embarrassed she gets. I keep using a different voice for this segment because I don't know who this is. And to be honest, it could be like just skipping back and forth between the girls. Or it could be Kat, like I actually think. But I don't know. I don't know, and it's driving me crazy, so I'm just using a voice that I'm not using for any of the girls. You mean it? Every word. You're sweet. Not as sweet as you. A beach scene, seriously. Not only gratuitous, but oh, so predictable. Oh, come on, it's the beach. Don't be so negative. Well, I guess you're right. It's not every day you get to go to the beach. Are you alright, Tara? You've looked better. Tara was practically crawling on the beach sand like a zombie with one arm. Sunlight, my worst enemy. We meet again, you piece of shit. There's some shade under the beach umbrellas over there, Tara. You look like you could use it. Oh. I swear I'd never seen Tara move so fast. Let's go in the water, come on. Scarlet grabbed Violet by her hand and pulled her towards the water. Oh, but I didn't bring anything to change. Kersplash. Now that's the spirit. Wait up, you guys. And just like that, they're off. You have to join them? I'd be crazy to miss out on this. Just one thing first. Allie pulled me in with her arms. Yes. It's hotter when the other girls are around. We did have a dream about her. Oh my god. You think they saw? I couldn't stop my jaw from dropping. The look on your face is priceless. My god. Try to keep up. Allie ran to join the other girls in the water. I smiled and followed suit. We spent the rest of the morning enjoying the warm weather on the beach. Whew. Good morning, Kat. I've been looking for you. Oh, not so loud, please. My head's killing me from all that wine last night. I still had to edit our broadcast after that, which didn't help. Somehow the scene seems familiar. Something tells me that my chance of surviving goes down for every open bottle of alcohol on the island. Getting awfully complacent here on the murder island, I know, right, Kibby? Maybe I should spend today reenacting Prohibition instead of going on a date. You know how Prohibition ended, right? Anyway, back to the brass tacks. Yesterday's second date with Allie went really well. Let's keep striking the iron while it's hot. Which soulmate candidate will you be going on a second date with today? I'm gonna go with Scarlet, even though I don't want to. Ha! If making zombies doesn't count as a red flag, I'd love to see what your dating handbook looks like. But that's none of my business. I think Scarlet's somewhere around the mansion. We'll follow you. There was not a tax on brass. I mean, you know, I don't know. I found Scarlet out for a stroll outside the mansion. She seemed a little down. Hey, Scarlet, you doing okay? Ah, jeez. It's just useful. They almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, it's not your fault. I'm just a bit on edge after the whole zombie date thing, whatever it was. I guess I'm feeling a little sad about all that. Why? You saved everybody. We wouldn't have needed to save anybody if it wasn't for me in the first place. Don't worry about it. At least you fixed this. I'm gonna try to I'm not gonna choose the ones where I super reassure her because I don't want her to get too attached. I need to play the ratings. Oh, I need to play the ratings. Don't worry about it. Please don't get attached to me just because I'm being nice to you. I'm just a nice person in general most of the time. We all make mistakes, Scarlet. Don't worry about it anymore. Most people don't make mistakes that turn everybody into zombies. Yes, but hey, it makes for good TV. Which inadvertently is pretty good for keeping me alive, but I'll keep quiet on that. Besides, you did it because you were trying to help me get my memories back. That means more to me than I can say. I'm sorry I couldn't do it. If it's okay with you, I'll try again, and I'm sure this time, let's not worry about that for now. Thanks, though. I really appreciate it. For now, I just want to get to know you better, Scarlet. We got interrupted last time, to say the least. Care to join me in making up for some lost time? Well, that would be fantastic. There's somewhere I'd like to go, if that's okay with you. I'll lead the way. You won't regret it. At least, I think you won't. Should I be worried? Come on, let's go. She grabbed my hand and pulled me along with her. Who could say no to a girl that could turn you into a zombie? Are we at a club? Behold! There's a nightclub in the mansion? So is now, I made it myself. You made it yourself? Granted, I used it more as a testing grounds than a real nightclub, but the staff really wanted something to blow off steam in. And okay, I cheated a bit. I made a robot that made the nightclub for me, but it still counts. I think you're probably the first person ever to say something like that. Also, I didn't know you knew how to build robots. That's amazing. Hell yeah, it's cool. I get the feeling that building things to make people happier was what I enjoyed the most before I came here. What do you mean? Do you not remember your life either? Would you believe? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Actually, maybe you're the one person who would. Maybe it's worth a shot. Could she be like me? Could she also be a lesbian? Wait, wouldn't they all have to be lesbians? The protagonist as a female is like, wait, she's a lesbian. Wait, they're all lesbians. What a fantastic place to be at. I think there's so much. Okay, sorry. I think there's so much of my life that I can't remember for some reason. She was the researcher. Her memories had to be wiped. Otherwise, she would remember the horrible things that she did. Turning 6 into a vegetable. What? Couldn't help but raise an eyebrow. There was a lot of broken people after the war in New Asia. Not just broken bones and missing limbs, but shattered minds, people trapped in their own heads. I was told that I had a gift for research. A gift that might help those people be able to reclaim their lives. So I finished school early. I got my PhD. I led a task force dedicated to helping the survivors. We helped them forget their most painful, most traumatic memories and move on. It was my life's work, you know, but now I can't remember what it was, how it worked, if we even got anywhere with our research. To be completely honest, I can't remember how I got here either. I'm sorry to ask, but how on earth did that happen? If I knew before, I definitely don't know now. Maybe testing got dangerous and I wasn't willing to test on someone else. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. The crazy thing is, I went from that to being on some kind of dating show. What the hell? I guess it does sound pretty weird. And the idea of getting married in 1 week? Who wrote this, an idiot? I couldn't help but laugh. But what do I even have to lose at this point? I wouldn't look at it that way. I can't remember anything either, but I'm alive. As long as I'm alive, I've got everything to lose and everything to gain. Got everything to live for. An optimist, huh? That's worth something. I guess you'd understand better than anyone. What do you plan to do after this is all over? We had a dream about her too! What? Honestly, I don't know. But the conversation was flipped. I want my memories back. But if I can't get them back, I just try to make the best of things. Oh, that's some plan. Still working out the details, give me a break. At least you remember some things. I couldn't even remember my name at first. You got me beat there. If you want to build a robot, make something you want. That's definitely not cheating. If you build a robot to make something you want, that's definitely not cheating. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. We talked for hours about how we both felt about our situations, the good things, the bad things, about forgetting who you are. We laughed about forgetting the embarrassing moments that probably plagued others for a lifetime. We lamented the moments that truly made life worth living. The moments that made your life unique. It's nice to have someone that understands. You know, I've got a silly idea if you're interested. Well, let's hear it. Getting engaged in a week is stupid, and the person who'd agree to that is even stupider than that. But I think I'd say yes if it were you, Swoon. If only to see where her life goes with someone like you. That's... Shh. Let me finish. Regardless of who you ask on the last day, I'd like to be your friend in the times to come. If you'll be mine, I can't remember the last time I had a friend to just talk to about how I feel. I think this was the first time that I felt a little better about what happened. I'd want you to feel better about the past, too. I don't want you to feel alone in this world. It's sad enough, you know? And maybe I'm just being foolish, but who knows? Maybe if we're still in each other's lives after all this, we'll be able to help each other take back the lives we wanted. What do you say? I was thinking the same thing, Scarlet. I'm glad, but, how to say... I'd still prefer if you pick me. What can I say? I'm a bit competitive. On second thought, I'm very competitive. Just saying... But out of all the girls, I'm the best educated. Had the most illustrious career. Won first place in the National New Asian Science Exhibition, and... I laughed out loud as she listed her accomplishments one by one. She made angry faces at me in mock anger. But most of all, I want you to have a happy life, and I think someone else might get it wrong. We spent the rest of the evening enjoying each other's company. She's playing me by faking amnesia, calling it now. Dude, that is like galaxy brain-like idea, TBH. The laughter and smiles never stopped, and she never let go of my hand during our walk. The chapters haven't changed recently since we got onto the new, the new Amnesia playthrough, you know? Seems like a nice night for a walk. Oh, hey Swoon, what are you doing out here? Oh, just going for a walk, care to join me? Sure, why not? I got a few minutes. How about we do a circle around the mansion grounds? Sounds good to me. So, how'd your date with Scarlet go? Are we already back to our daily interviews? Did the island run out of wine? That's wholly unrelated. But, yes. Anyway, my date with Scarlet today was... it was actually pretty good. It was actually very wholesome. Allie, but Allie's she's just like personable and like affectionate and physical and I think more competitive than the other girls, if I'm being perfectly honest, which probably comes with like the athlete in her. Amazing. I feel like I really got to know the real Scarlet today, and for the first time I feel like I've truly been understood. I'm glad to hear that, Swin. Really. Scarlet puts on a front that's nothing like how she really is. I'm glad you can see behind it. She must really trust you. I'm glad she does, believe me. More importantly though, Scarlet's fan base has been ravenous for new content. From what I saw, I'd say you delivered. I'm a solid 85% sure you won't wake up in torture chamber tomorrow morning. Good job, Swin. Thanks? Keep it up with what you're doing. Our ratings have only been climbing higher and higher every day. But it's not the time to celebrate just yet. I know, don't worry, I'm sticking to the plan. That's good to hear. Seriously, if you got yourself killed by not following the plan at this point, you deserve it. Looks like we finished our walk. Anyway, I gotta get back to work, but it was nice. It was a nice break. Night, Swoon. Good night, cat. I walked back to my room and plopped on my bed. Time to get some shut-eye and have some wild dreams. The scent of something delicious being freshly baked wafted through the kitchen. We are just having... I don't know who we were dreaming about the first amnesia, like, go through. Like, chapters 1 through 5 or whatever. Before our memory was reset. But now we're just dreaming of the girls themselves. It's just the two of us. Like, this is totally... Well, no, she knows how to bake. Oh, she never got the chance to bake, so maybe she wouldn't be very good at baking. Looks like this batch didn't turn out well either. She frowned. Hey, on the bright side, I can at least tell it's bread this time. Oh, that wasn't the right thing to say. It has been a while since I've done this. Sorry, Swoon. I wanted you to have something good. I reached for one of the pieces of bread. Wait, I'm sure it's... I took one bite, then woofed the bread down like it was the last of its kind. It's delicious. I reached for another to prove my point. You really mean it? I took a moment to woof down the second piece. Cross my heart. You're just saying that. She smiled. Ah, that's the moment I've been waiting for. She hugged me with all her might. But I love that about you, you know? I love you, Swoon. I held her tight. I love you too. For a moment, the whole world was just me and her. And that was all that mattered. What I wouldn't give to have you back like this. The next day, I woke to the sound of an explosion outside. I ran outside as fast as I could. Well, what the... The first thing I saw was Scarlet, and black smoke emanating from the ground near her. Oh, hey there, Swoon. Nice weather we're having, huh? Hey, Scarlet, that's quite a thing to say. Yeah, got dark clouds and everything. Are you okay? I'm pretty good, all things considered. I've been experimenting again on trying to bring back people's memories, without the whole monkey zombie bit. It's weird how she's biting her lip from the top. Like, normally people bite, like, their bottom lip. Does that make sense? I don't know. I figure if you and I ever, well, I'd want us to know everything about each other. No secrets. I'd like that, Scarlet. Thanks. I'll let you know if I make any progress with that. Oh, I gotta clean this up. Give me a minute, and then we can head back to the forest. I've been meaning to spend some time there since I got to the island. Sounds good by me. Wait, why am I alone with... This is... We walked together through the forest, hand in hand. Talking about things we do after... What? How am I stuck in another... Scarlet's the kind of yandere that locks you up in a dungeon. She doesn't hurt anybody or you, but she just like keeps you away from the world. That's the kind of talking about things we do after we got off the island, talking about everything and anything after we're off the island, whatever happens. Do you maybe want to catch a movie together? Sure, but why a movie? You can laugh, but there's a part of me that just wants to be a regular girl for a day. That's something I could never forget. And I'd like it if I could be that way with you. Oh, what do you say? I'd like that? Yay. Scarlet did a little dance of happiness. We spent the rest of the morning together in the woods, enjoying each other's company, and maybe a little more than that. Somehow, in the middle of it all, I forgot what kind of show I was on in the first place. It was just me and her. In this moment, more than ever, I was glad to be alive. Morning, Swoon. How'd you sleep? Pretty well, considering how you edit the footage that keeps me alive drunk. That sounds like a win-win to me, if you ask me. Can you believe it? We're already on the 6th day of the show. Is it already? Time sure goes by fast. No kidding. Anyway, it's time to wrap up phase 2. You just need to go on a second date with your last soulmate candidate. It shouldn't be too hard, no? Please don't jinx me. Break a leg. Seriously, actually, breaking a leg would be a lot better for you than messing up today's date. Not helping Cat. Time to get today's date started with none other than my 3rd soulmate candidate, Violet. Oh yeah, I'm ready. I found Violet walking outside the mansion. Hey Violet, what's up? Hello there, Swoon. I just thought I'd take a nice afternoon walk. This place truly does bring back memories of a home. You lived on your own personal island? Nothing quite that bourgeoisie. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you. You want to see? I've got a surprise for her. For me, I motioned for her to follow me into the mansion. I asked Kat to pull a few strings, and, well, we have everything we need to bake whatever we want now. Oh, my. Violet looked at me with childlike wonder in her eyes. Let's get right to it then, why don't we? She was practically shaking with excitement. Her smile and laughter was positively infectious. Yes! We decided to make a chocolate cake. It was her favorite flavor, and I don't remember mine. That said, I also don't remember a thing about how to make cakes, but with Violet, that wasn't a problem. She got me up to speed with a soft and steady hand, and before long, we had the cake in the oven, baking away. I wish it took longer to make. Seeing Violet do what she loves most was a treat. When she pulled the cake out of the oven, she looked like a kid on Christmas Day. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, she's so happy. Oh God, she's so happy. Now, just for the finishing touches, a little more here, and a little more there. She was in her own world, humming away as she danced around the cake, decorating it as she went along. I couldn't help but smile and watched her in adoration. She's pure happiness right now. I wish I could take this moment and just freeze it in time for safekeeping. I can't wait to share this with the others. But first, Swoon, would you mind testing it? You don't have to ask, believe me. I'm first in line to try it out. Thank you. I just am unsure if what I make is worth eating or not. Why is that? My family's caretaker, Lucien, was the one who taught me to bake. Besides my sister, Lucien was the only one who ever bothered to try what I made. Sometimes I worry they told me it's delicious just to make me feel better. I took a little off the top of the cake with my finger and licked it off. It's delicious, Violet. You'd better believe it. That's just the frosting, you idiot. You need to have some of the cake part, too. Would you want to help me a little longer? I'm having far much fun just to stop now. I've just started making some cookies and I find I quite enjoy your company and help. Swoon? Yeah, I'd love to. Let me know how I can help. Violet passed me a bowl full of cookie dough and then a tray. All you need to do is make little cookie-shaped pieces out of the dough, then put them on the tray. Do not try to put any of them too close together on the tray or it'll become something of a mutant cookie in the oven. Got it. No mutant cookies here. I ripped off a piece of the dough from the bowl and rolled it into the size and shape of a cookie. Perfect. You're natural. Thanks, Violet. Wow. In the time it took me to make one, Violet had made 6 perfect cookies. She moved with mechanical efficiency as she kneaded balls of dough into perfectly shaped cookies. Wow, I thought you were great before, but you're really incredible. How long have you been doing this? Oh, oops. Perhaps since I was about, say, 5. I should save just to make sure you've come a long way. To this day, it remains the only thing I can best my sister at. I finished making another cookie as Violet finished 3 more. She held up one of the cookies and raised it to her face. You've gotten quite skilled at this, Swoon. I just wanted to say again, thank you for arranging this. I'm on top of the world right now. It's my pleasure, Violet. Gosh, she's adorable when she smiles. For a few seconds, we kept working on the cookies in amiable silence, our eyes locked on each other's. You said you had a sister. Why, yes, indeed. Viola Valentine. I literally, joked about her name should have been Viola if I was gonna give her a French accent. And her sister's name is Viola. First twins in the family. Oh, I'm out of room on my tray. She flashed a devious smile in my direction, right before she lightly threw a dough ball at my face. What's with that cheeky... Before I could react, it splattered against and stuck to my face. She burst into childlike laughter. Nice catch, Swoon. Perhaps you might try using your hands next time? Oh, it's on. I couldn't stop myself from smiling as I grabbed some ammo from my own cookie tray and threw them at her. She dodged them with ease and laughed. Ha ha ha! It's quite humorous how an old caretaker managed to do what you are struggling to do now. I interrupted her gloating with another dough ball throw. This time it made a satisfying splat against her left cheek. Strike! Oh, you are so going down. Her smile turned devilish as she grabbed another dough ball. Oh shit. I'm only a second before her next volley. I go on the offensive. I just started to reach for another dough ball from a tray when a dough ball splattered against my forehead, sending me recoiling backwards. Ah! And then another landed right next to it. Oh, mercy! Mercy! And then another. I crumpled to the floor in defeat. I declare this my victory in absolute confidence. She laughed as she pointed all the dough on my face. I took the opportunity to interrupt her speech with another dough ball. It splattered right against her left cheek. Oh, you're even more dead now. Forget surviving this crazy TV show. I don't know if I'm surviving the next 5 minutes. It's like looking at the tiger dead in the eye. Violet reloaded her ammo and was winding up for another throw. It was all I could do to reach for one more ball and scream in defiance. Bring it on! Some say, you can still hear my screams in that kitchen to this day. Oh my god, I love this game so much. We finished cleaning up after our impromptu food fight, and brought the desserts that survived the Great War to the porch. Her smile and laughter were infectious. Pardon me, but I guess we can rule out you being a baseball player before you would come to this island. She put her hand tenderly against my face as she wiped off some remaining dough. We locked eyes yet again. Her eyes were practically magnetic. Thanks for playing along, Swoon. I suppose it's been too long since I've had that much fun. So, thank you for indulging my little whim. It was just a lot of fun for me too. Violet, don't mention it. Besides, I think I got a few good hits in to make it worth it. I'm worried for you. It appears your amnesia is getting even worse. Violet laughed as she picked off some more crumbs from my face and licked them off her finger. Her eyes seemed to linger on mine. I do hope we can spend more time together soon. I quite liked this. I like that, Violet. I had a lot of fun with you too. You're full of surprises, you know? Just wait and see. There's more where that came from. We spent the rest of the day talking and eating little desserts together on the porch, though Violet seemed quite distant when I first met her. I learned that the real Violet was nothing like that at all, and full of surprises. She could be unexpectedly shy one moment, then mischievous as a child another. One thing's for sure, being around her makes my heart skip a beat and the time fly. Before I realized how much time had passed, it was already pitch black outside. As long as that's not an ominous, like, about to lose my memory sort of pitch black. I'm feeling a little bit of a late night I'm feeling a little bit of the late night munchies. Guess I'll go head downstairs. I walked to the kitchen and opened the fridge. Sweet. There's still some leftover cookies that Violet and I had made together. I grabbed a few and wolfed them down. Delicious. Got a case of the midnight munchies. I figured I'd do my civil duty and help finish the cookies Violet and I made. Right. Only a good Samaritan would finish all the cookies so no one else would have to make that sacrifice. Look, I'm just too good of a person. I know. It gets me in trouble sometimes. Anyway, I've been meaning to talk with you. What's up? How'd your date with Violet today go? It was awesome. It was wonderful, and that's not a word I say very often. It's not every day where you get to spend it with a woman who can turn a kitchen into a war zone. I can't remember the last time I had so much fun, and that's not the amnesia talking. Violet really is something. Violet really is something, ain't she? No kidding. I'd expect no less from the woman who's currently our audience favorite. Whenever we get you both in the same room, ratings just soar through the roof. Oh god. If that's the case, I need to have her as the last one in the next round of dates. I wanted Allie to be the last one. Fuck. I can't say I'm surprised to hear that. Well, that should be enough footage for today. Thanks, Swoon. You'll be happy to know that phase 2 of the plan was a smashing success. Well, that's great to hear. No kidding, the love square between Allie, Scarlet, Violet as viewers on the edge of their seats. You've actually broken the record for ratings on a killer dating game show. It's not as niche as it sounds. Do I get a plaque for that? This has got to count for something somewhere. We don't have it printed yet, but I've prepared your tombstone in advance if you're looking for a souvenir. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Kat. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to my room and rethink my life and all the joy that I had that you just sucked out of my brain. Let it never be said that I am anything but supportive. Anyway, we're on to phase 3. It's pretty much the same as phase 2, except with third dates this time. And one caveat. What's that, Kat? I'm sure you've got a favorite in mind between Allie, Scarlet, and Violet. If you want to maximize your chances of getting out of here alive, save the best for last. It gives audiences something to look forward to. Sound good to you? Makes sense to me. Good. See, I don't know if she means best by what the audience likes or best by who I want. Because as much fun as I've had with Violet just now, I'm on Team Allie. Good night, Cat. And thanks for the help till now, Cat. I realize I'd probably be screwed without you. Don't thank me yet. Guess I'll call it a night. I walk back to my room. Time to get some shut-eye and have some weird-ass fucking dreams. So, what's this supposed to do? Oh, I'm actually dreaming of Scarlet. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's only a prototype, but technical details aside, you can think of it as a memory rewriter. So it rewrites memories. Pretty much, think of it like a surgeon's scalpel. With it, you could make someone forget things as big as who they are, or something as small as a specific conversation. So if you use this on someone, anything's fair game. You could erase anything you wanted. Exactly. Well, maybe it's not really a scalpel since it comes with a reset button. It's sad though. This was supposed to help people after the war. I was supposed to help people after the war. I'm sorry, Scarlet. Don't worry about it. I may not be able to help them, but it doesn't mean I can't help you and your partner escape from this madness. That rules out Scarlet? Thank you, really. Thank you so much. I know you're taking an incredible risk for us that, honestly, most people would never... Don't mention it, Swoon. It's what they do. If they manage to trace it back to me, then I'll accept whatever comes. Oh god, she sacrificed her memory. Ugh. It'd be the first time I helped somebody in quite some time. Scarlet. The boat is just past the woods, behind the rocky enclave, near the beach. It won't be there forever, so act quick. It'd be suicide to go for it during the day, so I recommend heading down near midnight. Thank you, Scarlet. You sure you don't want to come with us? Someone has to stay here to help the people that fall in the spider's web. You don't have to be so noble. I envy her, you know. To get to leave this place with you. But someone needs to stay here to do what's right. Oh my god. That's so sad. Oh my god, that's so sad. I walked down to the kitchen where the girls were having breakfast. So how was the date? Yeah, tell us. Tara was furiously scribbling down notes with the title War Plans in bold. It was really quite nice. We actually made this cake and the cookies yesterday together, Swoon and I. I hope you all enjoy it. They're amazing, Violet. Thanks for making it for us. Thanks so much. Howdy. Thanks so much. They're so delicious. Tara scribbled war of attrition is likely not an option. Oh, what are you writing there, Tara? Nothing. So, how come there's cookie batter everywhere? No matter where I look, I can see batter on every surface of the kitchen. It wasn't just the batter. Violet and I had knocked over quite a few things in our firefight. That's... You sure it was just baking together? Oh, I thought it was more than that. I charaded as if I was heartbroken. Gotta hand it to you, Violet. I didn't think you had it in you. She's gonna kill her. Hubba hubba. Wait, no, nothing like that happened. Allie and I laughed and made finger guns at each other, bro. I love Allie so much. I don't get it. That's 'cause you're a good person, Yui. I think what Allie is trying to say is that Violet and Swoon... Allie stuffed a cookie in Scarlet's mouth before she could finish her sentence. Wow, these cookies are pretty useful. You gotta teach me how to make these sometime, Violet. It would be my pleasure, Allie. Oh, teach me too. Why should Swoon have all the good stuff? We spend the rest of the morning fooling around in the kitchen. Okay, Scarlet is first date. Morning, Swoon. Let's kick off phase 3. Hopefully we can wrap this up quickly and you'll be back to your old life soon. Yeah, quickly. Let's just make time go faster, cat. Is that in your weird capabilities too? You erase minds, you make days go faster? I better be. As nice as this island is, it's a gilded cage. You'll be able to go back to your old life soon. That's a promise. Unless you make a mess out of your next 3 dates, I can't help you there. Cats make time faster. I don't know. But assuming you do, you'll get to leave here with one of Allie, Scarlet, or Violet. But first, it's time to pick which of them you'll be going on with their date with today. Who is it gonna be? That's gonna be Scarlet, so we can get her out of the way. Can't say I'm surprised there. You're 2 birds of a feather. Here's hoping you both have a day you'll both remember for a change. It's funnier when you're not an amnesiac. Why would she say that? Why would she say that? Just outright. Shouldn't the protagonist be like, wait, what? What do you mean when I'm not a... Was I ever not? I found Scarlet in the same place I met her. She was engrossed in a book with a pile of books next to her. They looked worn as if they've been read over and over through the years. Hey there, Scarlet. What you reading? Hi, Swoon. It's just an old fairy tale. Really, I'm surprised you'd read something that would throw science out the window. I'm a woman of varied tastes. I quite like these stories, especially this one. Which one are you reading? It's called The Princess of Avaranda. Oh, we heard that one before. It had, like notes for something in it. Really? Really, it's silly. I doubt you'd be interested in trying me. I smiled at her. She smiled back at me in kind. Okay, I don't see why not. Look how cute she is. That's just manga. That's not a book, that's just manga. That's not a novel. There's a young girl, Nara, who is a princess of the kingdom of Avaranda, which is far, far away from civilization. Unlike other princesses before her, she had no time for politicking or parties. She spent her time building all sorts of gadgets for her family and friends. Like a robot dog that would eat the vegetables they didn't want to eat. Oh, I gotta try my hand at this sometime. Scarlet giggled like a child. Nara has a blissfully happy childhood. She even falls in love with a commoner named Aloria. So her kingdom would never approve of their relationship. Nara and Aloria never fail to see each other in secret every night by the crooked trees in the western forests. But those days don't last. One day, her mother, the queen, is taken by a witch, never to be seen again, and Nara is forced to become queen at the age of 16. In her mother's absence, Nara does her best to lead the kingdom, and for years it prospers. She's like no other leader they've had before, but secretly she wants to leave. As queen, she has no more time for the things or people that she loved with all her heart. She cries every night alone. But she knows she can't. Too much responsibility falls on her. Then one day, Nara is cursed by the same witch that took her mother and forgets everything. Her name, her family, her kingdom. Everything except for Aloria and that desire to leave. So she leaves, and no one in the village ever sees her again. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but thanks for listening till now. Oh, come on, believe me, Scarlet. I want to hear this to the end, especially because you liked it so much. I looked deep in her eyes, and I could tell just how much she loved this story. There's really not much left, but... Well, Nara and Aloria live a wonderful life in a neighboring kingdom for many years. But one day she remembers everything and rushes home, worrying for her people. When she gets there, she sees her people have been ruled by the very same witch who took her memory, and that her people no longer prosper the way they did under her rule. In anger, Nera confronts the witch on the border of our veranda. The witch takes off her cowl, revealing herself to be Nera's mother, the Lost Queen. Nera's mother gives her an ultimatum. She can return to ruling the kingdom and she can never leave again, or she can leave now and never come back. And that's where the story ends. You never get to know what choice Nera makes. Oh, that's quite the cliffhanger. I want to know what happens next. Believe me, me too. I'm curious, what would you do in Nera's shoes? I'd leave. I'd leave and never come back. Interesting, why is that? There's no point in living without love. Even if it was better for the kingdom for Nera to stay, I'd guarantee her love could never be realized. And that's just too sad. I think the same way. I've loved this story ever since I lost my memories. I'm sure I don't have a kingdom or anything, but sometimes you wonder, you know? Yeah, I get the same feeling too. That's just life, you know? You have to keep moving forward. Yeah, you're right. I'm really happy that you're the one I got to move forward with soon. Me too, Scarlet. There's no one else I'd rather be with right here, right now. And speaking of right now, there's somewhere I want to bring you. Well, where's that? I'll give you a hint. I've been thinking about this place ever since you mentioned that you loved fairy tales. Holy shit, we bring her to the restaurant? Oh my gosh, there's turtles down here. Turtles! She was practically dancing around the room, taking in all the sights. It was impossible not to smile. I figured the Ocean Palace just might be your thing. Scarlet practically jumped onto me and squeezed the life out of me in a deathly bear hug. This is wonderful, Swoon. Thank you so much. You've made everything so special in ways I honestly couldn't believe, but you did. And this is just the beginning, Scarlet. We're in this together. I held Scarlet and kissed her on the lips. It's like an explosion of passion. It set me on fire as she kissed me back and wrapped her arms around me. Anyways, we spent the rest of the night enjoying a lovely dinner in a place straight out of a fairy tale with nothing but love in our hearts and laughter and smiles on our faces. I can't wait to leave this island with you, Swoon. Never been this excited and happy since ever. You make me feel like I'm living in a fairy tale. You know, I've got an idea of how we could spend the night if you're interested. And what's that? I'll show you why fairy tales were written by adults. And just like that, that's my last date with Scarlet. Time sure goes by quickly. I thought I'd find you here. Why is that? You tend to come out here when you're lost in thought is all. You're thinking about how the show's almost over, am I right? How'd you know? Lucky guess. Well, it's not over yet, so don't let up just yet. Speaking of which, how was your date with Scarlet today? Oh god, I'm gonna say that it was alright. It was alright. Not the way that I wanted it to go. Yeah, I didn't really want her to kiss me. I really feel more friendly with Scarlet than I do romantically. I'm sorry to hear that. I won't pry. I guess 3 dates wasn't enough to see if someone's marriage material after all. Who knew? Anyway, I'd ask if you're thinking of choosing her at the end, but I'd rather wait and see how it plays out. You gonna stay out here for long? No, I'll probably be going back inside soon. I'll keep you company till then. I figure you might want to have a conversation with someone that won't get you killed if it's not TV worthy. Thanks, Cat. Don't mention it. You know I'm curious, Cat. What's up? Let's say I knew I was screwed. There was no way of me getting out of here alive. That the only way left for me to survive is just to run. Would you let me escape? Of course. Swoon. Thanks, Cat. That means a lot. It's no big deal. I got chills. I don't like this. We stayed out for a little longer before we called it a night. I'm lucky I have someone I can trust on my side. I don't know if Cat's trust. It's hard to tell. I woke up with Scarlet in my arms all day. After talking with Cat last night, I asked Scarlet to join me for one more midnight walk. We ended up talking for hours. Morning, Scarlet. Oh, you're awake. Hey there, Swoon. She was clearly half asleep. I want to invent something that puts this moment into a bottle. Forever. Then I'd repurpose a factory, mass produce it. Love you. She dozed off as she embraced me in her arms and held me tight. We must have stayed there together for over an hour, but I wish it didn't pass by so fast. I'm so happy, you know? Why is that? No matter how this show ends, we won't be alone. What more could I ask for? I was terrified before, but now I know everything will be alright. Couldn't say it better myself, Scarlet. Anyway, Cat wants you to go on a date with someone else. Cat wants you to go on a date with someone else by now, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. Don't worry about it. I've got an invention to deal with them later. Oh, what? Oh, nothing. See you later, Swoon.